live stream. I am back. Hold on, man. I'm back to my live stream vibes. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this thing rolling. A couple of topics I want to talk about today because I feel like it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely necessary to keep these things rolling. And even on my YouTube channel, I know I've been away for a while in terms of the live stream element. I've been doing a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? I hit over 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that's been showing love, watching my stream. You know what I'm saying? Subscribing. Shout out to all my members. I know I've been neglecting y'all, but I got a lot more coming. But this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to keep the energy. I appreciate everybody showing love. You know what I'm saying? I'm now streaming on YouTube. I'm also streaming on Twitch, and I'm also streaming on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can go ahead and support and show love. Thank you for that. You know what I mean? It's a good Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Good Sunday. If you in the chat, let me know what city and state you from, and let me know the temperature there, how hot, or cool it might be in wherever you at. Because I'm gonna tell you now, it's hot as hell over here. I gotta be honest, it is super hot over here. You know what I'm saying? I kid you not. You know what I'm saying? It's blazing amazing. But I mean, with it being hot, there's the opportunity of you being able to jump in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Get some ice cream. Go get an icy. Go outside. Go to the beach. You know what I mean? These are the opportunities that you get when it's super hot. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing. That's not a problem at all. You know what I mean? I love. I'm not gonna lie. I do love it when it's more cold than when it's hot. Not gonna lie, but I can't appreciate the summertime energy. I could definitely appreciate that, and I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. You already know what I got to do. I got to type in workload in the chat. So that's my first thing that I got to do when I'm on a live stream is type in workload. That's how I start. That's how I always start. Is just typing in workload and getting right to it. We got a couple topics today that we're gonna talk about. I'm not gonna stay on the stream too long because I definitely want to build up my energy of being on my live streams. But of course, I do have other things that I do. I am a producer. I am an engineer. So it's other stuff that I partake in for sure. You know what I mean? But without further ado, hold on. Let me tap into everybody that's on. I'm tapping into everybody that's on TikTok to make sure that I can read y'all comments. I'm reading comments today. You know what I'm saying? If y'all sending the super chat, I appreciate that. I'm always show love for something like that. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure I'm logged into everything so I can go ahead and get this started. Make sure y'all let me know where y'all from. Y'all energies, what y'all on. I appreciate that. And we're going to get right into it. Now, there's definitely been some music that has been dropping consistently, throughout the year. It's been a lot of great music that's been dropping throughout the year. But I want to talk about, one particular project because it just recently dropped on Friday. You know what I'm saying? This album was released on Friday, and a lot of people had mixed signals as to how this album was going to pan out, how it was going to be, if it's actually dope or not. The whole ringer. That's just what people do. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it was more so albums, different albums out, and that, and it's crazy that, and it's crazy because not only is he an elite lyricist, he also knows how to make bops. You know what I'm saying? He know how to make records that fuel the energy of what a club record to be like. You know what I'm saying? What's something that people will play consistently over the airwaves. He got that. He definitely got that. And when it comes to beefs and things like that, you know, when it comes to just the beef and the music, he's elite. When it comes to just that, he's elite. But you know, you can always question his antics of the things that he does, you know, for attention, and that's rightfully so. I mean, the music industry is the music industry. So whatever you're gonna do to drum up attention, you know, that's just what it is. That's up to you. However you feel like you want to draw up attention, that is completely up to you. Whole During this whole run this weekend, you know, I've been listening to the album. I got a chance to listen to the album a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? I also got a chance to, uh, I got a chance to actually like kind of dig deep a little bit more on some of the songs that he put together. And I gotta be honest. Like I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. And maybe I don't know. Maybe it's um because I don't listen to Game a lot is why I'm highly impressed with just what he's given us so far. I can't be mad at that at all. You know what I mean? But also, he took this album to really address certain things that people might be thinking. I think that's what he did. I think he started to address certain things in this album that I feel like needed to be addressed. Needed to be addressed. And some of it didn't need to, but most of the topics that he talked about, the concepts on the album, the things he wanted to address, for the most part, he really talked about it and he really addressed it. You know what I'm saying? Which is a great thing. A really really dope thing, and I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think that's fire. Also, at the same time, I feel like the important part to remember is the artists, especially on the West Coast, they're continuing to drop music. They're constantly dropping music, which I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at that at all. Like, there's more music to be dropped. You know what I'm saying? There's more music to be, you know, put out there. You know what I mean? And in the midst of that, he's also, it looks like it. It's not official, but it looks like he's actually doing interviews too. You know what I'm saying? He's having conversations. He's doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? He's really, really trying to put together some level of a push, you know, for this particular album. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and pull this up on the screen really quick. Let me pull it up on the screen. Um, this album, the documentary 3, uh, you know, and it takes uh, a different turn at certain points, but for the most part, it's a great album. It's a great album. My standout records, and we'll talk about this album more in depth on the Things Fall Apart show, you know what I'm saying, with my guy Frank D, Frank 5D. Shout out to Frank 5D. We'll talk about that, but I want to talk about just some of the intangibles surrounding this project. You know what I mean? Um, some of my standout records, I will express that. Some of my standout records, uh, the Jesus is fire. The first record, that's fire. Um, the life is a fire record. That one was something that was in my pocket. You know, I love to listen to East Coast sounding beats with West Coast artists a part of it. So that record was fire. You know what I'm saying? That was fire. What else? Uh, there's a couple of them. Scary Times is okay. That Scary Times is okay. That had the good element to it. Maybe I was expecting more, but that's okay. I mean, That was a good record. What else? Which one? The Draco the Ruler was okay. That was also okay as well. I love the Do You Love Me was fire. Do You Love Me was fire. In the record Do You Love Me, he was really just expressing his disdain for people not respecting his artistry of what he does. You know what I'm saying? Not respecting his catalog, like, and not respecting him putting people on the West Coast. He definitely did that. At one point in time, Game was the only person that was putting on for the West Coast. He was the only person who got through. And he opened up the door for a lot of other people. So Do You Love Me is a very, very highly dope record, you know what I'm saying, on this project. What else? It was another one that was fire. The one with E40, Hella's fire. Hella is fire, and that's that West Coast, you know what I'm saying, from Compton to the Bay Area. That's the energy that we want to hear. We want to hear more records like that. That was fire. In the Way was dope as well. I like In the Way. In the Way was dope. LA Monster was pretty cool. I could dig that. And then The Pen was fire. That was super fire. The Pen. Meet the Parents was dope as well, because Meet the Parents, he talks about the energy between how his parents kind of drove him to doing the things that he does now. You know what I'm saying? So that was fire. I like the Meet the Parents. And then the last record that I like is Game Recognized Game, which in my opinion, it's the last track, but it's the strongest track on the whole project that really breaks down the documentary 3 and what it encompasses is Game, you know, going through the motions of him dealing with himself and dealing with how he approaches the things that he does in the industry. And, you know, Game Recognized Game, that song is fire because it's his current self having a conversation with his former self and just pretty much walking him through all the things that he's done. Like, you know, he's really literally saying, like, are you sure that you want to, you know, are you sure that you want to take this route? Because you could take a different route. Like, if you got a chance to go back and have a conversation with yourself about the things that you're about to do, that the song is how it would play out for Game. You know what I'm saying? That was excellent. That was excellent. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we need more records like that. Reflection type records. You know what I'm saying? Records where you reflect on the things that you've done before, and Game did it perfectly. At the same time, he had a listening party. He had an actual listening party, and he had some words for everybody that was talking about a couple of things that he wanted to clear up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me put up a better clip. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Trying to pull up the right clip. Let me pull this clip up. Give me 1 second. And more, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and listen to this, and y'all give me y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know.
I want to tell you that itself, I put Kendrick in places that, you know, I wanted to be, but I wish niggas would put me. And I didn't ask for nothing in return. I didn't ask for nothing in return.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Top Dog, I'm saying this, and I know it's gonna go to the internet. Top Dog wanted to give me half a TV. I told him, nigga, I got Black Wall Street. It's good, bro. I want to see you win. You do you, build make that shit bigger than everything. And he did. So I got love for niggas. And also, when this nigga Drake came in the game, he adapted to me, homie. Like, we got close. Drake is on my albums way back then. He on Good Girls, Bad Girl on, the album that came out in fucking 2009, 10 or some shit like that. I'm not no, same. I'm not no type of, I don't flip-flop on my friends, son. I don't flip-flop on my friends. If Drake is in town, he got a show, and they want to go, and I call them, the nigga put them where they want to be, and all their friends, and take out. I turn my back on a nigga like that. And I don't want a nigga that I help usher into the game, meaning like Kendrick, and Top, and all of that. I don't want them niggas to feel away about my decisions about what I do as a real nigga, because I was a real nigga to y'all, I'm a real nigga to him, I'm a real nigga to everybody in this room. And if anybody in here that knows me, that's my friend.
Okay. Really quick. That's very honest to say in the public, because one of the things that people question the game for is the certain things that he does in the public on social media. You know what I mean? That's one thing that they try to hit him with, that stigma of like, oh, he gonna wild out on social media. If you're around him or if you deal with him, then something's gonna leak or something's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? I don't personally believe that, even though he does do some things that you might not agree with, but sometimes that might be a divide. There's friends that you have. I mean, let's just take it into my context. There's friends that I have that the conversations we have, I'll never speak of. That's our dynamic. Like, that's not what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And then there's other friends that we might experience something together that is something that I could share. And I probably still wouldn't bring their name up or anything like that, but I might mention it to make a particular point. And of course, I'm going to always make sure that they're okay with something like that. But most of my friends, we just don't speak about things that we go through together. I'd just rather not speak on it. I'm saying that to say maybe, and I don't know for sure. Don't get to quote me, but maybe somebody like a Kendrick Lamar doesn't want to disclose certain things that might be between him and his friends, him and his people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how some people are. That's how some friends are. You know what I mean? And of course, Game is like, well, I mean, pick up the phone, like, let's have a conversation. And sometimes it's not the right time for your friends. Who knows? At the end of the day, if you want to preserve relationships, you have to be mindful at what somebody might think when you're out there putting out stuff on social media. You got to be mindful. I'm mindful myself, me being a content creator. I'm also mindful of certain things that I decide to talk about and put out. But the one thing that Game did say is, and he'll continue to say, is that he's a real friend to people. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep listening.
Kyle, Louis, the Phonics, to Mike and Keys, to RJ, to HD, to Sonic, to DJ Nine, to Charisma. If anybody feel like I ain't been real with you, here's the mic. Come tell me I haven't been a real nigga with you since the day I met you.
Facts.
Nobody ain't gonna do that. So it's like all the capping, all the disrespect on my nigga, you got to be fucking kidding me after the work I put in.
That's real. I have not heard from anybody that Game wasn't solid. I've always heard from multiple people that Game is a solid brother. Even across the social media, everybody say Game is a solid brother. Regardless of what he does on social media for antics, he is a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. And if he's solid to his friends, as he's explaining, if there's something wrong, if it's something that I did wrong, come tell me. Come express that. Come say it. Let's have a conversation. Let's figure it out. So I mean, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't take that away from somebody. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that's on your mind, come say it. Even if it's being said in a harshest manner, that's cool. Come say it. Come have a conversation. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Cut this shit. Cut this shit. I call FaZe with my own homies to take Nipsey on tour.
Only nigga holding it.
Hey, look, I call FaZe with my own homies to take Nip on tour. But I can't seem to get in touch with Black Sam to holler at him, though. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
So he speaks about he's speaking about not being able to get in touch with certain homies that have the right conversation. Yeah. That's a real thing. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure he's reached out to many different people. I don't know the situation. I'm not gonna speak on that. But I will say if everybody's solid, they should be able to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to have a rightful conversation. And that's all that's needed. And especially in the music industry, like this is the problem. And let me say this. In the music industry, you have to remember that there's certain things that you don't want to say or you don't want to share, which is okay. But at the same time, on the other side, there's your same friends that you have a rapport with. They're cool. They're cool with you. You love them. But the more you rise as an artist, the less time you have to chill with, you know, people who are your friends. It's a real thing. With the stuff that I do as a producer, as an engineer, I can't call all of my friends all the time. So that might start a rift, or they might think in their brain like, oh man, Rob, he out of the mix. He not fucking with me right now. And it's not that, it's just that we just been apart. And just because we've been apart at this stage right now does not mean that we hate each other. It just means we haven't locked back in yet. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with not locking in yet. It's okay with that, in my opinion. So what Game is saying is he hasn't had conversations with these people. That doesn't mean he doesn't love them. That just means that they just haven't had the conversation. That's okay. That's okay. Let's keep going.
I put Kendrick on his first mixtape. I took Kendrick on tour.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He put him on his on a mixtape for the first time, and he took him on his first tour. That is a fact. And seems like to me what he's saying is he just want to talk to his homie. He's not trying to. He's not trying to do anything ill intent or malicious. He just want to talk to his homie.
I show Kendrick nothing but love, but I can't get on the phone with a nigga. I ain't gonna call a nigga every day. I ain't no hoe. I'ma just let you know that it ain't no static, so you hear it from my voice so niggas ain't between us. Top dog, I can call on the phone.
That's a real thing too. Shout out to the Game. That's a real thing. I'm gonna call you directly just so you know it ain't no static. Like, you gonna hear from my voice. You're not gonna hear from the next man or your closest man or the farthest person. You're gonna hear it from my voice. It's no problem. All of the shots that you think are subliminals on these songs, it's not that. It's not that. We cool. We okay. We're okay. I agree with that.
I can call niggas, and everybody know that I ain't holding my tongue for nobody. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Because what's the worst that can happen to a nigga on this planet? He gonna die. But ain't that the inevitable? Nobody living, nothing living, not a flower, not a fucking roach, not a butterfly, not a fucking, nothing living will leave here alive. That's my passion. Everybody.
That's real. I mean, he said it in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? He said it in a nutshell. It's like, he's not hard to find. He's out here. He not tripping. You know what I'm saying? He wants to reconcile with his friends, with his homies. He wants to make sure that everything comes full circle. You know what I mean? And I agree with that. I agree with that. You know, Joe Budden says something about the game as well. You know what I mean? Let's see what he talks about. Let's pull this out.
Documentary 3 available. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to make it about that until next week.
We still have the game album.
Yes, let's do it. The game. Let's do it. The game. Documentary 3 available right this second. I heard the whole thing this morning.
Same.
Okay.
Me too.
This shit long as a motherfucker.
Yeah, I heard the whole
I listened to it all.
Well, what'd you think?
Well, before that, at least let me give him the intro.
Okay,
there you
good.
go.
At least let me give him the intro. Hold up.
Let's see what they say.
She was a surprise drop, damn near.
It was.
Shout out my guy Cellini, man. Shout out to Cellini, man. What up, Cellini? What's good? You know I'm on this live stream action.
If he lame, we gon' get him.
Thing.
Going back to the name, it usually doesn't live up. Off my first listens, I'm not even mad at this being called Documentary 3. This is a good fucking album.
He makes good albums.
You know,
It should not be called Documentary 3, but
I'm not mad at it.
It's his business.
I'm not mad at it, though. Normally, when you do that, it's such a drastic fall from the name you're trying to attach to. This really ain't. It's a couple.
Do I feel like it needs to be called Documentary 3? I mean, I'm not mad that it's called Documentary 3. It is definitely an evolution in sound because he put a lot of the current style records a part of it. But I would say this. If the album was condensed a little bit, if he took off some of the modern style records, it would sound like the documentary of old. But because he added some of the newer records, I feel like it's being refreshed. Like he got songs on there that feels like the original documentary and Documentary 2. It feels like that. But I feel like from the nature of the concepts that's on the project and where hip hop is going, I'm not mad that it's called the Documentary 3. I'm not mad at that. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments. I am not mad that they called it the Documentary 3. I think the artwork is dope. I think the layout is good. I think the combination between him conceptually talking about the things that's going on in his life. He's talking about his kids. He's talking about why people don't love me as much as the work that I put in. He talks about, you know, like the last song, Game, Recognizes Game, where he's talking to an older version of himself. You know, Meet the Parents, where he's talking about how his parents kind of set him up to be a gangbanger and do what he's been doing now, inadvertently, without them realizing. He's having really dope conceptual records on this project that would make me think it's the Documentary 3. I'm not mad at that. You got to remember, the documentary projects is a reflection of the things that has went on in his life up until that point. So you got to remember, it's the Documentary 3 is taking place at a certain point of his life now or past couple years, and then he's also reflecting on things that's happening in the past in his life. You get what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. If you want to throw a couple bops in there, like No Breaks and Hella and things like that, why not? He deals with Bay Area artists. That's cool. You know, he put a record with Draco the Ruler that passed away, but he's worked with him. That's great. He got a lot of features from people who are in the studio with him constantly. that plays a part. He's a workhorse. Like, I'm not mad at that.
Joyce on there that I don't really like per se, but I've been trying to figure out what the problem is with Game. Why, like, even when you bring up the West Coast rappers, he's not looked at it. And this album confirmed it for me. Outside of a couple songs on this project and a couple songs on, I want to say that's Doctor's Advocate, like a couple albums here and there, Game is a West Coast, East Coast rapper.
Right.
Okay.
And it's
Okay, let me stop it right there. I agree with that. A lot of, how to say this? There's a good amount of artists that are from the West Coast that are naturally making music as almost like an East Coast artist. Let me explain. A lot of times there are artists from a particular place. You could be anywhere. But your motivation of why you got into the music game, your music motivation would be an East Coast style or vice versa. There's people on the East Coast or in the South that grew up listening to West Coast music. A lot of times it happens that way. You know what I'm saying? It happens that. It's nothing wrong with that. The point that I'm making is the Game, his artistry, his work ethic is built off of the true elements of hip hop, lyricism, storytelling, having a very high bar for telling the story of hip hop. Even early in his career, he would talk about hip hop from the standpoint of, yo, I was in a drug house when I was listening to, Mobb Deep, or I was listening to Ice Cube when I was in the streets doing this, or looking up to my big brother. Like, that's how he explains his life and his story. You can tell that the Game is heavily influenced by East Coast music. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a ton of artists that I know that are influenced by East Coast music. And if I name some of those names, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I mean? There's also a lot of East Coast artists that are influenced by West Coast music. Even though 50 Cent is an East Coast rapper, he started to get at the height of 50 Cent's career was when he was rapping over West Coast beats. And I talk about this all the time when it comes to, production and things like that. I talk about this all the time. Y'all hear me? I say this. Hey, when you're working on your music and you're trying to get more fans in more places, sometimes you have to change the soundtrack of your music in order to captivate more fans in other areas. 50 Cent did that with Dre and M. He was rapping over a bunch of East Coast beats, but it wasn't until he jumped on a West Coast beat that everything started to change for him. So, same thing with the Game. The Game, when he came out, he's spitting lyrics, he's spitting bars. It's fire. But a lot of those records like Dreams, Hated to Love It, sounds like East Coast style production. He was repping for the West the whole time. This whole time. But he was still using production and flow elements and flow patterns from the East Coast, because that's how you collectively bring everything full circle. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's what make Game who he is. Let's be honest. That's what makes Game who he is. And we need more of that. We need more of, artists blending flavors and styles. That's what makes it all come together. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Game dropped the project, whether you felt like it was supposed to be the documentary 3 or not. I feel like it's definitely a great project to add to his catalog. He did his thing on this. He did his thing on this project. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain about this at all, because I definitely got over 6 or 7 records that I love. Now, I do feel like, I don't know, it's something about these records that are like extra long. These songs, how many records he got on here? Let's see. Let's pull it up real quick. Let's see. The documentary has 24 records. Yeah, it's 24 records. I feel like that's a bit too long. Even though the songs are probably like 2 or 3 minutes, in my opinion, it's still a bit too long. I feel like if he would have consolidated to like 16 records, he would have nothing but bangers. If he consolidated it to like 16 records, it would be nothing but bangers. Pick the best ones. But I understand sometimes you are trying to fulfill your quarters. You try to fulfill things with the labels or the distributors. I get it. I understand. Somebody said that the Game probably has over 600 unreleased records. I believe that. So getting out music as much as possible is a thing. And I respect that. Getting out music is a thing. Like really, really trying to, let these records fly. You know what I'm saying? Any one of these records could stick. Any one of them could stick. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. But I will say that at the same time, I love albums that are perfect. Not saying that every album gonna be perfect, but I'm saying perfect for what the project is. And if you consolidate it to about 14 to 16 records, he probably would have had what I would call in my old school ways a 5-mic album. And a 5-mic album used to be the thing. Y'all, those who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. I do want to close this out by saying it's always a great thing when the Game is putting out music. It's always a good thing. I can never complain when the Game is putting out records. When he's not putting out records and he's trolling, that's where the problem arises. When he's trolling. But when he's doing his thing and putting out music, I'm okay with that 100%. I'm okay with that. I want him to continue to put out records. And there's a couple of people that's saying that the Game and Dot will eventually get in the studio. That's what they're saying. That the Game and Dot and Kendrick Lamar will eventually get in the studio. I think that's fabulous. I think that's just due. It's well deserved. It's definitely well deserved. And I want them to continue to be on their trajectory of whatever they got going, because having two elites dropping albums at the same time, all the while the entire West Coast is putting out music and collaborating with each other, that's the stuff that we need. We need more of that. We need more collaborations. We need more records. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that the game had different artists a part of this project that's really been working and doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had my boy Eastside K-Boy. Shout out to K-Boy. Shout out to my guy. You know what I'm saying? He had Lit Poppy on there. Shout out to Lit Poppy. He had RJ. Shout out to RJ. He had Almighty Joey. You know what I'm saying? He had Hop Out. Shout out to my guy Hop Out. You know what I'm saying? Who else he had? And I'm naming the artists who've been putting in work that eventually will do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Kalen for real. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Leon Thomas, of course, with a banger. Armani J. Shout out to Armani J. You know what I'm saying? I met her not too long ago. She's a great person. She do her thing. Lefty Gunplay. Shout out to Lefty Gunplay. YG is on the project. Shout out to him. Problem. Shout out to Jason Martin. You know what I'm saying? My guy. You know what I mean? It's so many dope people on here. You know what I'm saying? That's really been doing their thing from the West. And Larry June is on there. Shout out to them. And of course, he has major features on there as well. But I just love the fact that there's a lot of artists a part of this album that is bringing different energy to these songs. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that Kendrick did on his album GNX was he put new artists on. Whatever they do from there is whatever they do. That's totally up to them. But at least he's given a chance to the new artist that's doing their thing. Game has did the exact same thing. And Game has been doing that for years. Game has been doing that for years. That's what I love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love is just the energy of being able to constantly, put out records and really help the narrative of these artists that's really doing their thing. Hold on, let me charge my my computer. I don't know why I didn't plug up my computer. I'm bugging. Let me charge it up before it dies real quick. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Appreciate all the love. Y'all got any comments or anything? Make sure y'all put it in the comments section. I'll read them. You know what I mean? We just gonna vibe. We gonna vibe. I'm not gonna be on here too long, but a good amount of time. All in all, Game's album is dope. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go support it. Make sure y'all go show some love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just continuing the conversation of dope West Coast music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we need. We need more of that. We need a lot more of that. Let's get into the next topic. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any questions or anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking all super chats. I'm taking all vibes, all comments. Let's get it. Let's get into this next topic. Now, this topic right here, I felt some type of way. I'm not going to hold you. I felt some type of way. And in watching this, I definitely went down a rabbit hole on TikTok about this situation. You know what I'm saying? And it really, I ain't gonna lie, I got pissed. And it's about a streamer. Right? And this particular streamer, his name is Nitro Camden. Nitro Camden. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the super chat. Thank you for showing love. Sassy, thank you. I appreciate it. His name is Nitro Camden, right? And he is a streamer. He's a streamer that's been trying to do his thing and whatnot. And I'll explain the situation, and I'm going to also play the video. And pretty much what happened was, it's a streamer named Nitro Camden. He's been trying to do his thing, stream and, do content and things like that. And he's in his mom's house, right? He's in his mom's house, and he just turned 18 not too long ago, a couple of days ago or so. And his mom gave him a card, and on the card it says, happy 18th birthday, now get out. that's just one. I'll give you that one tidbit, and then I'll explain what happened in the live. Thank you, Sassy. I appreciate you, Queen. So in the live with him streaming, he had about 2 viewers. They say he had about 2 viewers on his live stream. And you know how it is when you're doing your content, you live streaming, you don't get all the views from one whop. Me, I know. I've been working at this for a while, a little over 2 years, like consistently. And it takes a while to get where you need to be. It takes a minute. That's fine. So he had 2 viewers on his live stream, but he doing what he doing. He keep doing his content up, right? So his mom comes and busts in his room and starts to beat on him, shaking him, pulling him. It looks like she bites his face. You know what I'm saying? Like she bit his face and she's like pushing him, telling him to get out. You gotta go, boom, boom. She's getting violent with him. She's beating on him live on live stream, and we're gonna watch this. Live on live stream. Apparently she's fed up because, and let me explain why she busted in the room. Let me not say that. So he has 2 viewers on a live stream, and then a random streamer, I forgot his name, I'll find out his name, a random streamer, but that's very popular, a very popular streamer got on his live when he had 2 viewers, and he said, yo, let's flood his stream. Now, what that means is, it means that if a popular streamer is looking at a particular streamer that has no views, what they do is, and this is their culture, what they do is they go ahead and they flood. They tell all of their fans that's on their live stream right now to get on the new person's live stream to drive up the numbers. This is a good culture. This is a good element in the culture of streaming. They'll help other new streamers get to where they gotta go. So when this popular streamer told everybody to go to Nitro's live stream, he went from 2 viewers to about 10,000 viewers just like that. Just like that. He started going crazy. So Nitro sees this on his live stream and he start wild. He start going, oh my God. He start doing his thing because he's very happy that he got these people to come subscribe and come rock with him. He's ecstatic. So by him being super loud and everything, of course, kids get loud. My kids get loud when they playing video games or they on live stream. I get it. That's when she comes busting the room and she starts beating them up and wailing on them and biting them and stuff like that. And it's such a disappointing video because let me just show y'all the video, man. Let me show y'all the video, bro. This is crazy, bro. Nitro Camden gets attacked by his mom on stream.
Check what it does. You can just record your vocals like this.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Mama, you see, there's 10.
If it was 10 million people, if I tell you to get off.
I'm getting off, but it's...
So I literally just rolled out of bed, and we got some shit to talk about today. So this kid is 18 years old. He's been live streaming for 7 years, and he finally got himself an opportunity when Stable Ronaldo and Marlon raided him with over 10,000 people. But his mom heard him celebrate and basically threw that shit under the bus.
See you boys, and I think it's time to race.
Rate it for me, please. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching.
Oh, I literally have never had this much people in here before, bro. I'm just trying to...
Appreciate you, Sassy Monet.
I have 10,000 people...
Thank you for the love.
I have 10,000 people in here. Why are you taking my stuff?
You got 10,000 people in here. Look, he's telling like, why are you taking my stuff? I have 10,000 people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People, 10,000 people in a live stream showing you love, following your stuff, sending you gifts. He going crazy right now. Why are you... Hey, man, tell him to keep it down and then go back to do what you finna do. He going up right now.
Why are you taking my stuff? I'm not doing anything. I have 10,000 people in here. Why are you in the camera? I have 10,000 people in here. They just raided me.
That's what it's called. Hold on, that's what it's called. It's called a raid. They do like a live stream raid, which a popular streamer says, hey, let's go raid somebody's live stream and let's go follow them. So like, hey, this particular person, if that popular streamer says, this person right here, let's go raid their live stream, everybody would go on their live stream and run it up, showing them love, gifts, super chats, whatever it may be. Just supporting that streamer, seeing what they got going. Like, that can happen very randomly, but it can happen. And when it does happen, it's an overwhelming thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I watch videos. So, okay, let me give you a tidbit. I watch videos of good things happening, right? Like there's a video on TikTok of, live streamers, getting gifted and getting rated. It's like videos out there, random videos out there. And I watch that stuff because I love to see people do great. I love to see people get their just deserve. Like the guy said, shout out to Dwayne TV. He said this streamer, Nitro, has been streaming for 7 years. So to stream for 7 years and on this random day, you get 10,000 people on stream, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. You need this. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for this moment. Let's go, man. Watch this. Man, this is crazy, bro.
Mama, why are you taking my... Stop. Why? Because I'm trying to stream.
Get out.
So you're gonna call the police because I'm streaming. I have 10,000 people in here watching. I just got raided.
You trying to call the police?
So I have to get out because I'm streaming too. I am. I literally just got raided. I can't just have... I'm not doing... Can I not stay on for like 5 minutes?
Come on, man.
Off. I am, but you didn't have to take my stuff. I'm on stream. I just said I was getting off. Why are you getting...
You're not realizing you're 18 now.
Bro, I'm on...
He's on stream.
Watching you.
He going up. He got a Stay Humble shirt on. What bad is he doing? He got a Stay Humble shirt on. The man is in his room streaming. He not outside fighting people. He not outside robbing nobody. He not outside doing bad. He not outside smoking. He not outside getting in trouble. He is in the house working on his craft. Let me put this into a conceptual understanding before we move forward. Parents, if you watching, understand this. Everybody else, if you got parents that be bugging, send them this video. I even think about myself and my own parenting and the things that I've done wrong and the things that I need to work on with my kids. This kid is not just in the house doing whatever. He's focusing on his craft. He's been streaming for 7 years. If you've done anything for 5 years plus, it is your desire to be great at it. Whether you've made money or not, it is your desire to be great at this. This young kid, 16 years old, is trying to be on the path to greatness. He's trying to be on the path to something great. And the moment he gets a big break, the person who put you on this earth is trying to take it away from you because they're mad that you were being too loud. Understand what's happening right here. Understand what's happening. You were being too loud and overexcited because you got your big break, and your parents, your mom wants to take that away from you. I'm not just going to single out and say mom, because moms and dads do the same thing. I want to say parents. He's been working for 7 years to get to this point, and you want to take this away from him. Let's continue watching.
While laying in the bed, and you finna get kicked out and you're worried about this. Like, at one point, you gotta just... All right, bro. Okay. All right. I'm never gonna get this opportunity again, bro.
Hi, this is Sona. How can I help you?
He just said it.
With Quo's business phone system, you can train...
All right. He just said it. He's never going to get this opportunity again. And he's on live. It's being recorded. It's on live stream. People are watching his parents doing some BS.
I feel like it started off as such a wholesome moment, and then she just took that shit from him. And I can understand being loud is late at night. You might want to stop. Yo, you got to be a little bit quieter. But when you hear that your son has finally achieved something that he's been working towards for so long, you think that you'd be at least a little bit happy. Like, oh, congratulations, but just keep it down a little bit. I feel like we've seen clips like that before. This was not how this went.
It was 10 minutes. I apologized, and I said I was getting off. It was that simple. I apologized. I did. I said, okay, I will. And there was that many people. You've seen it on the thing. Real life. It's okay. Yeah, I know this is a fake life. Because I want to be...
See, there she go. She just said it. She said it's a fake life. This is my problem. Because she has never experienced this type of profession, because she's never engaged in something that seems like it's playful or a hobby or whatever, she don't think it could turn into a career. She don't think it could turn into something that can be lucrative for this kid. She's up in his face. Look how she's up in his face. She's up in his face like you a N-word to me. You're not my son, you're N-word to me. She's not even trying to explain why she's fed up. She just wants to kick him out the house. You're 18 now, get out the house. And that's a conversation for another day. Whether kids should be out the house by 18. Is that a thing? Should that still be a thing with a kid who just got 10,000 viewers and subscribers randomly? I mean, he's been waiting for this moment, of course, but he got the moment. He's in the moment now. The computer is recording the moment, and it's also recording his mom trying to take it away from him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go.
It's fake because I want to be successful. Yeah, I've been doing this for 7 years. Still have the passion. Nothing wrong with that. It's like working a job for 7 years. I do. You're gonna have to go because I want to need a real job.
He's saying it. He said, "This is my passion for 7 years. I'm dedicated. I'm working hard at it." And then she's saying, "Well, you have to get a job." He says, "Imagine working a job for 7 years." Yeah, you might get your paycheck every 2 weeks, yada, yada, yada. But there's some people on this earth that would work on the same thing for 5 to 7 years to get the big bag. Scientists do it. Scientists work on a formula for years, 10 years, 15 years, for that one moment where that particular formula works. And guess what they do? They save lives. They create a new element. They do all types of different things. You cannot dismiss what a kid is trying to do if he's dedicated 7 years of his life to it. He wants this. You should be championing that element on. I'm not saying he shouldn't have a regular job. I'm not saying that. But he's 18. He's just finishing school. He got time to do that too. But you want to kick him out the house as if he was supposed to have a job that pays enough right now. His life starts at 18. His grown-up life, but that don't mean he's going to have everything already ready at 18. Who has everything ready at 18? I didn't have everything ready to go at 18 to where I could move out, even though I did move out at 19, 20, and I didn't look back. But I wasn't ready. I just did that. I did what I did because I knew I was stubborn. I wanted what I wanted. I wanted to be in the music industry. And now 16, 17 years in my career in the music industry is what it is. My parents knew I was dedicated to it. Did they say, go get a job? Yeah, and I did that too. Until the point where I stopped working a regular job and just doing this full time. And this is my career. I took it serious. Let's keep watching, y'all, because it gets worse.
That's not real, John?
It's not.
What have I done wrong? I actually want to know. Besides the game, what did I do wrong today? I would love to know. Not trying to be disrespectful. I would really love to know. Okay, you don't have to care on me. Last time I checked, none of y'all did. I don't care. Be by myself. I don't care. Yeah, I know.
And now
I can make your life and be a failure. I know.
See, now he's being a little bit, standoffish because he's really trying to do something great, and he's fighting against his mom's words of telling him he's going to be a failure. This is ridiculous, man. Your mom telling you you're going to be a failure, you just need to get a job and that's it? Your parents are supposed to be the most motivational element in your life, and you have a parent that's telling you you're not going to be nothing. That's crazy.
Perfectly fine by me.
And at one point, it sounds like his brother is off camera trying to defend him and starts arguing with the mom, saying, if you're upset, like, just tell me to leave. And then it sounds like she puts hands on him, and it just continues to escalate.
You sit with everybody, then tell me to get out, and I will get out. Please don't worry about my son. Don't let that be your son. Don't do that. That had nothing to do with that. I actually just bumped into that. That's not what I want. Look, don't get in my face, man.
It's crazy.
No, I don't play that. I'll get out. I'm okay, thank you. That's what you have to say. Go to hurry up. I'm trying to talk to him. I wasn't talking to you to put your hands on. Because I'm trying to talk to him, to talk sense into him. You just I'm trying to talk to him. I'm just trying to talk to him.
Man, this kid looked defeated, bro. He looked defeated. You can hear the super chats and the gifts in the background. You can hear it going off in the background while he's just sitting there. He's defeated, bro. You want your son to look like this, where he's on a trajectory, he just got a big break? He's telling his mom, like, hey, I just got 10,000 people to tune into me. You don't know what this kid is thinking in his mind. You don't know what his motivation is. Maybe his motivation is to help out in the house. Maybe his motivation is to try to do something to make his mom proud. And you stepping on it. You're stepping on it. Maybe his motivation was to do something extravagant to possibly get his mom a new house. And she stepped on it. She just stepped on it. Look at this image right here. This kid looks defeated. And it breaks my heart. I'm heartbroken over this. It's going to get better for him, for sure. But I just want y'all to look at this image. And I got to be honest. Yes, his room is dirty. Yes, he need to clean up his room. But he just got 10,000 subs. Let that man rock. Let him clean his room and do all that stuff in the morning, man. It's crazy.
My child, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. You came with her at all.
Yo, I don't, oh God, I hate my fucking life. I fucking hate my life. I swear to God, I can't never just live life. I fucking hate my life. I know I'm still alive. I hate my fucking life. You see what the fuck I had to go through, chat, that I've been muting about? You see this shit? Go back to my vibes, you'll see. Shit happens fucking everywhere.
Damn.
What the fuck I had to go through, bro? I'm tired of this shit.
You grown as fuck, I'm walking away, you come up behind me and grab my face. Do not do that.
Now she's trying to fight the other brother.
I'm grown just like you grown.
Before I got a GoDaddy
That's
domain
crazy,
with a
bro.
professional
That's
email
crazy.
address, people sometimes got the wrong.
That's crazy.
It just makes you wonder what happens in this household on a regular basis. Because she's even on camera telling him to lay down, like she's standing over him. In 18.
Let me fast forward. I'm fast forward this.
And at this point, it's obvious that this is a disgusting situation, but she then goes on to hit him on camera because he wouldn't get up from his chair as she leans on him and she acts like she's a child.
Ooh. What? She being childish. Why is she doing this? This is ridiculous. She just start hitting him?
Go get your stuff. You gotta go. Go. Go get your stuff. Go get your clothes and stuff. Go. Go.
This is heartbreaking, man.
Go.
This is crazy.
I hate to have to call the police on you. Go ahead and go. You're done. I'm not playing this game.
She gonna call the police on him for what?
Go.
She calling the police on him for?
Out of my room, my house.
It's just disgusting behavior, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of today we find out that she probably lost her job. Because I feel like the whole internet is
On
going to find
everything.
out who this family is, all the stuff that they possibly can. Now, I'm not saying they should do that, because that is going to affect him. That is his mother. That is his family. As much as she's
That's
an asshole,
crazy.
I feel like the better method is just help support his career. Help get him so he can get out on his own, get his own play. You know what I'm saying? Get his own.
Sassy, she didn't know. Well, she knew that he was on live when she broke into the room, because he's telling her, like, I got 10,000 subs. I have 10,000 people in my live right now watching me. I'm doing something great. So she never, like, turned off the computer. He never turned off the computer. So it's been live the whole time. The whole time she arguing, she doing all this, it's live. These same 10,000 people who came to raid his live to show him love, they're watching this the whole time, sis. They're watching this the whole time. He never turns it off. And I'm glad he didn't turn it off, because, I mean, and I'm not trying to put that on her at all, but I don't know what would have happened if the camera was off. That's crazy. This is what you don't want. As a dad, I understand. You want your children, I got 2 boys. When they don't clean up their room, I'll be furious. Yo, clean up that room. Yo, get them dishes washed. Go mop the floor. It's a real thing. I get that. But if my 2 boys was like, yo, I got 5,000, I got 10,000 people watching me right now, I'm going up, I can understand the excitement. As a parent, if somebody just blessed you with $10,000 out of the blue, you would be jumping up, hollering and screaming too, saying, oh my God, thank you, Lord. You would do the same thing. A kid just does it a little bit louder. So I would understand, and I'd be like, look, enjoy yourself. Please keep it down. We'll talk about this cleaning up the room and everything in the morning. I mean, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, sis, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. Like, we don't want that. And I understand sometimes parents are not as enthusiastic about the new things that kids do these days. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, he's aspiring to do something. A lot of these other kids, they don't want to do nothing. They just want to sit around and do nothing. He's trying to get his career off the ground. He's been doing it for 7 years. This is crazy work. This is crazy.
On shit going, so he doesn't have to deal with that. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Cinna happened to hear what was going on while she was doing her stream last night, and she got on a call with him and basically said that she wanted to help out.
To try to help you out.
Okay, so really quick. So now we're gonna watch the things that happened for her. I'm sorry, the things that happened for Nitro Camden after this situation. You know what I'm saying? He's forced to get out the house and everything, but look how God worked. Look how God worked. Check it out.
Well, I don't want to say your business online. I can mute. It's like whatever.
It's up to you. It's okay. You can unmute. It's already on here.
I want to say I'm really sorry. This is very public because I know that this is not the kind of publicity I imagine you want. So it kind of sucks. But like, I'm really sorry. Please, like, get away from that situation because you don't need to be in the situation. There's a very kind of like heavy thing. Yeah. Sorry, Rosie. Is your Cash App connected to your? It's not connected to that account, is it?
No, ma'am. I previously had it and then I switched it to.
Are you able to access it at all?
Yeah, that's the real question.
I can't see it, so.
There.
The police pulled up.
If you're struggling with muddy mixes, let me show you how fast and easy it is to get pro clarity and deep.
The police pulled up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you gotta step away, it's fine. You can just message me. You don't gotta talk right now. I just wanna, I was trying to send you something. And we can talk later so I can help you out. You don't gotta like, don't feel like you gotta stay. It's not, you know what I mean?
And I'm sure that's not the only big streamer that reached out.
That's
she just happened to do it on.
So you see, that streamer, she's a big streamer. She like, yo, I'm finna help out. Your Cash App active? I'm finna send you some paper. You know what I'm saying? The world just works. Man, God works in mysterious ways, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. Sometimes even your family will be against you. Sometimes it be your own family. I got to be honest, man. Sometimes it be your own family. They're putting their frustrations onto you. They're putting the things that they went through in their young lives, they're putting it on you. The you can't do it and you're not worthy of this and you just need to stick to this. They're putting that on you. As a kid, as a 16-year-old kid, his mom is putting the frustrations of herself onto you. Is it difficult to make it in this world? Absolutely. Do you want your kid to be successful and not be a bum? Absolutely. But you also got to remember that it is their life. They do have to power through their own life. You have to help them power through their own life, not take away from them. It should never be take away unless it's absolutely necessary. That kid is not doing drugs. That kid is not beating up people. That kid is not robbing people. That kid is not doing nothing illegal. He is in his room, dirty room at that, that's real. He is in his room perfecting his craft. He is in his room perfecting his craft. Let's watch the last part of this.
On stream, I'm sure a lot of people are probably going to try to reach out to him behind the scenes. And I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of turns out almost like the Kingsman situation. I don't know if any of you guys saw that video, but it was somebody that was streaming. He was in a tournament. He got just called names, all sorts of stuff because he just wanted to win and he was being a genuinely good person. And now he's got a career streaming. And I feel like this, although not exactly the same, it's probably going to turn out the same way. So
yeah, it's real. Like it's gonna work out for him. And let me type in Nitro and Agent. So Agent 00. I mean, everybody know him more than I do. You know what I'm saying? But now you see the benefits of what's happening with Nitro. You know what I'm saying? It's just good things happening on his behalf. Let's just watch some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's Discord. It's because Discord. Come on, Bigo, introduce yourself.
What's good, gang? Bigo. Okay, so look, what's your situation right now?
I literally just bought her a phone because she obviously took mine. But Senna was so amazing. She helped out. Lacey, Ron, everybody. Like
yeah. So Senna, Ron, Lacey, like these are popular streamers that has helped them out. I think Ron was the one who did the raid that brought all of the 10,000 people to his channel. You can even see now, like, he has 6,210 out of 7,000 subs right now. Like, it's just going up. It's just going up. Like, and he's having a conversation with Agent 00. You know what I'm saying? Agent is one of the biggest streamers in the world. Like, you see how God work? Come on, man. You see how God work?
You name it.
Okay, so, is your situation right now temporary or what? What's going on?
It's pretty much, I would say temporary, right? Because we got school Monday.
Yeah, we go.
I'm a senior. I'm 18, but
he a senior. He about to get out of school and go crazy with the streaming. Yo, I want y'all to watch this, especially if you got kids. Watch this because I don't think a lot of parents understand what kids are actually doing with their streaming careers or whatever they want to do. Like, actually talk to them, have a conversation with them. Figure out what they're actually trying to do because a lot of these kids are dedicated to being great, even if it's a profession that you don't understand. Try to understand it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, it might be temporary. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I mean, what? Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know.
I haven't seen. First of all, I want to say I haven't seen everything, but from what I've seen, obviously it's your mom. You're gonna want to play things like you got to be considerate. You know, at the end of the day, as family.
Right.
And like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Sometimes like family's not gonna understand the vision you have for your life.
Facts.
And that's okay, bro. That is completely okay.
Facts. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay. What will happen a lot of times, bro, is like once they start to see success, they'll come around. It's just like that's not what their version of success always looks like. That obviously doesn't excuse all the weird shit I've seen, but just know, like, even if it feels like what's it gonna look like in the future for me and my family, bro, trust me, with some time that passes and some reflection, she'll be able to see like this is where I went wrong. And even if I didn't agree with his vision or I think it was smarter for him to go to school and do all this other stuff that might have been better for him.
First off, Agent is spitting nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. That's real. Sometimes everybody's not going to understand the journey. Like, you know, people say that, you know, the successful road is a lonely road because everybody not going to understand the journey. They're not going to understand the sacrifices that you take to get these things rolling. They're not going to understand it. So what Agent is saying is real. It's like, man, this is your journey. With time heals all. You know what I'm saying? She'll come around. Family will come around. And y'all be able to have a conversation later. Right now, it's about focusing on you. Right now, you got a trajectory. All eyes is on you. What you do with this moment dictates whether you were right or whether she was right. This is your moment, King. Let's go.
like he gave it a shot and tried this. And the thing about school, bro, you could always go to school, gang. You should finish high school, but like when it comes to college, like you could always finish the shit, bro. Like it's not like there's an expiration date on when you could go. You feel me? Bro, you know what? It's kind of really heartwarming to see like people been like the support that you've received because
I know, bro. It's insane, bro. Like I never, bro. If it wasn't for Core, bro, it's crazy.
Hey, Discord. You know what I'm saying? Like this. One thing that people don't realize about this community really, really comes together and rock with people, bro. This community really comes together. These streamers are not just people that's playing games. They trying to change lives. This is a real thing. Hold on, let me go to this brand deal part. This is where it get real.
When I get back, I have a brand deal lined up. And how about we find a way to do it together?
Fine.
And then we feel maybe we could just split it half, and that should at least set you up, good enough to where like you don't feel too afraid of like what might happen tomorrow. You at least have some sort of like, you feel me? So I hit you up, and then also then you could use that as like now when brands hit you up and stuff like that, you could be like, I did that with Agent and it went really well, and the brand loved it and stuff like that, and then you can start building your portfolio that way. So like it's one thing to rely on ads and shit like that, which is nice, but it also is nice to, you know what I'm saying, you do a little brand deal in this department you do some gaming stuff.
So Agent is going to set him up with a brand deal. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be Nitro Camden's first brand deal. You see what happened when things come to the light? You get 10,000 subs. They watch all the debacle that's going on, and people want to help out. Shout out to Agent for helping them with a brand deal. You see these things that's happening because he was staying true to what he is and what he do. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch this really quick. This is the last thing I'm going to play, and then we're going to talk about it.
Is that where Brainer is? Bro! Jay, man. No! Oh, yeah! Yo! I get a picture?
I'll let you know, bro. 100%. I'm going to need you to keep on walking water and have faith in God, gang. And that's all it is. I'm testing that testimony, gang.
He's meeting his idols. He's meeting the people who he mimics his energy and the things that he got going. He's meeting the people he need to meet. You see how God work? Tragedy can turn into triumph. You just got to keep at it. You just got to believe. When you believe, it's a real thing. Let's go.
And you keep on doing it. That's all they want you to do, gang. You got to keep that in mind, gang.
Love that, bro. Love that.
You gonna understand what I mean walking that water, bro.
Shout out to the cameraman that's rocking with him. Shout out to the guy that's out with him. You know what I'm saying? Filming and everything, helping him out. Shout out to him. He about to go crazy. Y'all both about to go crazy.
It get dangerous on that water. If you got faith with him, he ain't gonna let you drop in the water.
Sorry, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Shit, let's fucking go.
That's crazy.
Don't film it. Yeah, we don't have. Like, that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? He tapped in.
Bro, that ass. On some real shit, though. Blessed. Thank you, bro. So keep that shit going. Yeah.
Linked up with DDG. Just come on, man. He tapped in now. He tapped in. You know what I'm saying? When you're blessed, bro, when you blessed and you work hard at what you work hard at, it's nothing that can stop you. Let's be honest, bro. There's nothing that can stop you. Nothing that can stop you. When you blessed, it's just nothing that can stop you. You know what I'm saying? The important thing to remember is stay on the path. I don't know if you ever watched Golden Child. Yo, if you ever watch Golden Child, there was a moment where Eddie Murphy was supposed to go get the knife, right? He's supposed to get the knife of a Jonty, right? And he needed this knife to go ahead and kill, Sodom Noomspa, you know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much like the devil in the movie, right? And he has to go to Tibet, you know what I'm saying, with the monks to go retrieve this knife. And they say, okay, cool, you can retrieve this knife. And they send them on a like all the way down in the basement. It's like a whole little situation where he got to pass a obstacle course in order to get the knife. You know what I'm saying? And the guy says, okay, you got to go get this knife, but in order for you to get this knife, you have to hold this cup of water. You got to hold a cup of water, and you cannot spill a drop of water. You cannot spill a drop of water. Listen to me. I'm going somewhere with this. So he said, okay, cool. So he, in one hand, he got the water. He can't spill. And then he's walking across this path. Now, this path has no ground, but it has pillars that you can step on to get to the bridge. And then once you get to the bridge, you'll get to the part with the knife. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to pass a test to get the knife. So the guy says, remember, keep your heart pure and stay on the path. I'm going to say it again. Keep your heart pure and stay on the path. That's what he says, right? So Eddie Murphy decides to go on his journey to retrieve this knife. He's going through, jumping on one pillar to one pillar. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of these pillars, they fall. It's almost like, when you're on a bridge and then you step on a particular place and then the place falls through the cracks. The pillars do the same thing. So he got to watch out. So he gets to this one part where he steps on the pillar and then the pillar falls down. So he, with his right arm, he grabs the other pillar and holds on to it, but he still got the water in the left hand. He figures out how to get back on the pillars with the water. He didn't spill a drop. Gets to the bridge, passes the bridge, get back on the pillar, and then the bridge sets on fire. The bridge sets on fire and it burns down. So at that moment, the bridge is like, oh, it's point of no return. I can't even return back to the beginning because the bridge burned down after I stepped off of it. Now I can't even go back if I wanted to. I can't. So he steps right in front of the brick layout with the fire that has the knife, right? And as soon as he gets to that point, he's still holding the water. He's trying to grab the knife with his right hand, but the flames keep flaring up every time he tries to grab the knife with his right hand. And he says, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And then he remembered what the monk said. The monk said, keep your heart as pure as the water. Keep your heart pure and stay on the path. So he's like, keep my heart pure, stay on the path, keep my heart pure, pure as the water, pure as the water. You're like, oh. Then he says, a toast to Monty. And he drinks the water. As he's drinking the water and it's going down his body, the fire starts to dissipate around the knife. And he's seeing it. So the more he drinks the water, the more the fire dissipates, and it eventually goes out when he drinks the whole cup of water. And he got the knife. The point that I'm saying is, when the monk said, keep your heart as pure as the water, that is Nitro Camden believing in himself so much, he's going to keep his heart pure for what he wants. And in due time, You keep your heart pure, you shall receive what you want. Keep your heart pure as the water. Stay on the path. It don't matter if people try to throw you off your game. It doesn't matter if his mom kicked him out the house. Stay on the path. It doesn't matter if your parents don't believe. Stay on the path. I text my sons yesterday after I was watching and going down a rabbit hole watching Nitro Camden. I text my kid. I'm going to tell you exactly what I text them. Because we got a message thread between me and my two boys. I text them. I said, I sent them the link to the whole Nitro Camden story, and I said, don't ever let anyone stop you from chasing your dreams! ! Not nobody, not even me or your mom. Stay focused, fellas. Love you. I meant that. If you got a dream that you want to chase that's positive, and I know what their dreams are. I know what their aspirations are. I know what they want to do with their lives. And they're going for it. They've been going for it for years. I'm reiterating to them, don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. I want y'all to understand that this is for y'all. I love y'all. They text me back, I love you too. I wanted them to understand that me caring about them is also caring about what they want to become, what they want to be. This is my last thing I'll say, and I'll get out of here. I'm going to stream every day. I'm getting to it. I'm doing my content. I'm on it. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm on it. For me to love them is for me to love what they're going to become, what they're going to strive for. They know I don't accept BS. I don't accept not trying. I only accept working hard and trying to be the best you can be. They know that. They know that. And I want all the parents that's listening to understand this. You too need to chase your dreams as well. Yes, you're going to be working. Yes, you're going to take care of the kids. Yes, you're going to take care of the household. But you need to have something to look forward to as well, because your kids watch that. They're paying attention to that. They're staying focused because you're staying focused. Sometimes the holidays ain't going to be the best. Sometimes the birthdays ain't going to be the best. Sometimes you might not have enough time at all the time for the kids. But one thing for sure, they see you working. They see you trying to be the best. They see you have aspirations, and they will reflect that. You know why a parent that's a doctor ends up having kids that might be a doctor or a nurse? It's because they're watching them in real time chase their dream. You know why an athlete in the NFL or the NBA or the WNBA ends up having kids that want to do the same thing? It's because they're watching them in real time try their best to become the greatest they can be. And a lot of times it's not even about the profession. It's just that when you feel, you've been a kid before, you feel it in your soul. When you see your mommy or daddy doing what they doing, chasing their dreams, you're like, yo, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. Because kids pay attention. You think they not looking. You think they not following. They following. And then there's some other kids who watch their parents do absolutely nothing, and they want to do the opposite. They want to chase their dreams. They want to go for it. Even me, in my career, I watched my dad and my mom work hard as hell. I watched 2 jobs, 3 jobs to try to take care of us. And they did that. They handled their business. But the one thing I got from both of them was whatever it is I wanted to do, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to chase my dreams. I'm going to go for it. And I did exactly that. And my kids are a reflection of my hard work as well, and their mom's hard work. She going for it. Whatever she want to do, she going to make it happen. All I'm saying at the end of the day with this whole Nitro Camden situation, this should be a lesson that your dreams are your dreams, and you got to chase them. Keep going, Nitro. Keep going, everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all. This will be my live stream for right now. I might go live later on, but I'm going to consistently put y'all notifications on because we're going to talk about all of this. I want to see y'all in the comments. Thank y'all for all the super chats. I appreciate it. Man, listen, I am on a whole new level of, I'm finna go for it, y'all. Remember I said that. Because this content, me being a content creator and also still having my career in audio engineering and music production, this thing is dear to me. And not only is it dear to me, it's dear to my kids too, because this is how I take care of my kids. Let's be honest. This is how I take care of my kids. So I appreciate everything. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate y'all. Every little thing. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's 50 cents. Thank you, Sassy, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. I'm going for it. Whether you're a kid, whether you're a parent, aspire to do something great. That's what this is about. Aspire to do something great. And I hope that I've at least opened your minds, and I hope I've warmed your hearts to a situation like this, because you might have a kid that's around you that's going for it. You might have a kid that's around you that's trying to excel in sports. You might have a kid that's around you that's trying to be a streamer. You might have a kid that's around you that's trying to be an artist. You might have a kid that's around you that's trying to be a fireman, a doctor, a nurse, a police officer. You might have somebody that's around you that is trying to do their thing. We need to support each other. We need to keep going. We need to continue to have the utmost aspirations. Me and my friends, we talk about this all the time. If there's anything that I can do in the space of music and content or tech or anything, I'm a tech nerd. I'm a tech nerd. Shout out to Cellini, my guy Cellini. He's on live right now. I'm about to call Cellini and talk nerd shit right after this. I am about to call my boy Cellini. He's on live right now. As soon as I log off live, we finna talk nerd shit. Because that's how we progress. He gives me great ideas. We constantly talk about the progression of our kids. He just had his firstborn not too long ago. Salute. He will come across the same energy when his you know, I'm not gonna tell you what type, whether it's a boy or girl. I'm just gonna say when his precious child gets older, he will come across the same thing. Sassy, yes, three-way, you already know. Them oxtails is coming. Them oxtails is coming. You know it. We're going to talk nerd shit. I'm saying that to say that we all are aspiring to be something great. I don't care if you're 50, I don't care if you're 40, 35, it don't matter. We all want to do something with our lives that's beyond just whatever the surface level is of your life. We want to continue. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do the things that I love to do. You know, last thing I'll say, because I don't want to. Last thing I'll say. Sorry. When I started my YouTube journey, because I had a YouTube for a long time. My YouTube probably like 15, 16 years old, right? But I started taking it seriously like two and a half years ago because I had a conversation with my kids. And, I asked them, I said, yo, I'm buying y'all a lot of this equipment. You know what I'm saying? I love buying y'all whatever y'all need, right? I said, but hold on. Are you guys doing it just for leisure and a hobby, or are you really taking it serious? Because there's a money bracket for when you just playing with it and when you taking it serious. If you just playing with it, you get this amount of money to spend on electronics. If you're taking it serious, the pot is bigger, let's be honest. But I need y'all to let me know what's real. Are you really trying to take gaming serious? Are you really trying to take tech serious or whatnot? My youngest was like, I'm taking food serious. He wants to become a private chef. Love that. You already know, whatever you want on a private chef side, I'm paying for it. My oldest was like, I want to do music and I want to take tech seriously. I want to work myself through it. I said, okay, bet. Let me know what you need. You good. In the midst of me talking about that, it was like I'm talking to myself at the same time. Because I'm like, why am I not taking an interest in really going for whatever it is I want to go for? I wanted to do my content and do the streaming and whatnot. So I told them, I said, you know what? I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. They like, nah, no, you're not. Whatever, man. You whatever. I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I'm going for it. They're like, okay, cool. Let me see it. And I put myself to the test. I took the next 2 weeks to study on what I was going to talk about, what my approach was going to be for content, and yada, yada, yada. I was at 327 subscribers when I got back to doing my YouTube. I'm talking about for the first 12, 13 years, only had 327 subscribers. That's it. Because I wasn't doing nothing with it. And I took it serious. Right now I have like 2,032 subscribers or 42 subscribers or something like that. I'm hitting my milestones because I'm serious about this. This is what I want to do. I want to share my knowledge with y'all. I want to share my journey with y'all. I want to share the things that I go through with you guys. I want to connect. I want to tell the stories. I want to cover things. I want to make beats on there. I want to make records. All of this stuff is going to happen because I dedicate myself the same way I dedicate myself to taking care of my boys, the same way I dedicate myself to my career is the same way I'm dedicating myself to this content. I'm going for it. And I appreciate everybody showing love. This will continue. I'm going to end up, I don't know what my schedule is. Just know that I'll be here. You'll see my live. So turn your notifications on. I appreciate y'all. And we're going to get right to it. I got more content dropping today in the whole week. I got scheduled content dropping the whole week. And we finna go live and just have some fun, man. I appreciate